Let's now take a look at using NetBeans to run our very first program. Typically, and I'm not sure why, but typically in the programming world, our first program is Hello World. And this can be found in the Java Notes book, A First Java Program. I'm going to copy the code, go back to NetBeans, and I'm going to click on the New File icon in my project, and I'm going to create an empty Java file. And I'm going to create an empty Java file because this is a complete set of code that I've already made here. You can do a couple of things. NetBeans is pretty forgiving. I'm going to, for an example, leave this as the class name is empty. What you really have to be careful about is that your class name matches the name of your file, and NetBeans will help you with that. So I'm going to show you what I mean in a minute. I'm going to click Finish. Here is an empty file, and it sure looks that way. I'm going to paste in what I had from the notes, and you can see the light bulb with an exclamation mark. This light bulb with an exclamation mark is really wonderful because it will help you solve some of your problems, not all of them. The first thing it says is, hey, you've got this thing called a public class called Hello World. That should be the name of the file that we've got going here. So I'm going to say, yeah, go ahead, please rename the file. And you can look down here, there's my class called Hello World. And now you can look over here under my projects, and here's a file called Hello World. So that's a great first problem solved. Incorrect package. I'm going to make sure that this stays in my coursework, so I'm going to change the package to be that of my coursework. And you can see it added the code needed to do that. So no more light bulb with an exclamation mark. What Java has been doing is it's been doing a bit of a compilation as it looked through the code. So this is great. So if you read through the previous part of the Java notes, you can see that it's gone through and it's checked for the sorts of errors that a compiler can check for. So not runtime errors and not necessarily logic errors, but it has checked for syntax errors. If I want to run it and see what's going on, I go up to the bar and press the green arrow that has come to symbolize play in most of our interfaces, Run Project. So I'm going to click the Run, and I can look down here in the output window, and it tells me the build is successful, but I don't see anything. So that's not very rewarding. What I need to do is I actually need to change what code it's running. Right now, because of the way we set it up, NetBeans thinks that this file is the file it's always going to be running. And if we look inside it, there it is, it's empty, okay? Static void main, to do code application logic here. Well, there's no logic and there's no code, so it's not going to do anything. So main is the go-to place where all the code gets run, and I have no code, so nothing's happening. Go into my Hello World, and you can see I actually do have some code in main. Something should be running. To fix that, I go up to my default configuration and I customize it. And I've got to tell NetBeans, you know what, in this case, don't run the main class that you set up. Please run the main class for Hello World. So select that, click OK. Now let's try running it again. There it is, there's my output, the very exciting Hello World. So that gives you an idea of how to create a new file and to get it to run within NetBeans.